Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Alex, also known as GC Al. This is a new channel and I certainly appreciate you joining in and viewing. I hope you get some education out of this. We're running Masters and using balls that I would use in qualifying round, so kind of low level, most of the time free to play. Um, and yeah, so we're going to take a look at Masters wins and how I adjust and some of my adjustments and see some drops. Just ran through maybe 9 or 10 tokens to get a look, get ready for Monday. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section and I'll get back with you. Also, I'd certainly appreciate if you're new and you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit the like button. And let's get started here with hole number 1. Alright, hole 1, we get a little bit of a tailwind. It was kind of pointing right at this little section of fairway, so I decided to take this route. I already had this ball on, so I just went with it. I have plenty of them, so this shot can be done with probably even go kingmaker in any kind of tailwind qualifying round. But a good chance for a drop. There's a couple of talking points I have on the second shot of this one, and we'll get to that when we look at it. Starting off good. And one thing I noticed is the fairways when you fly over them after your shot, they got several bumps, but throughout the day I didn't find too many dead bounces or crazy shoot forward rolls. So here's the second shot. We're gonna run Inbringer School, and I noticed a glitchy area front part of the green right here. So I went ahead and I run the ball guide through the hole, which I'll do often. I always take, obviously, the chance it can hit center and drop when you're running out of time. I could have timed out and maybe tried to add some spin, but just a first look, so I kind of wanted to get some elevations. So Inbringer School plus 20 is flat Inbringer School, played 95%, just a 9.6. Perfect, and we'll get the drop. It just, I had the ball guy going through, a good 2 squares, hits a dead bounce and almost stops short. So the right side's a little sketchy if we're going to have this kind of a glitch right in front of the shot. So 2 here is the only par 3 that I'm going to run. I just kind of go ahead and practice. This was after I timed out one time, just kind of looking for a spot, but I'm gonna wait on the par 3s until Monday to see the exact win. It's kind of a waste of time to kind of try to dial in anything or even get a relatively decent idea. We'll look at the wins and run maybe a couple of practice tokens and start with the guinea pig account and see if we can dial something in on these par 3s. Here, one thing I did notice, if you're going to take anything away from this, is that the 2 different shades of rough, I land in the deeper one. I actually land pretty close distance-wise where I intended, but just a little right, and it ended up in the thicker rough, and it just killed it. So it might be a thong of a rough bump. All right, so 3. One thing about this drive, while I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do, we end up going with a Zerker and sending it, just see how far down that fairway we could get. And I only used 3 bars of overpower here with 15.1 with so power 1 that's right in the middle, kind of average wind. But it looks like if we get any tailwind at all, at least northwest, that 45-degree angle northwest and northeast, we should be able to get to the same spot as I do here. At worst, we get to a min long iron. But here, I'm going to have a Falcon at about 12%. So this is a good one to judge off of if we get any kind of tailwind again. I would even run a wind 0 ball here because a men falcon, most we're going to pull is eight rings with a king wind with wind 0. So here we get 14.3, good wind angle. I'll change my elevation to +5. This course seems pretty flat, so you'll see me do that. And we're going to run probably, I pushed up 10 rings from min, so give myself room to adjust. +5. I'm going to pull 6.4 rings. And this is the only shot I took at this one. So we'll see what the winds come for qualifying and then opening weekend. But a tailwind would be nice. No glitch rolls. So I had power 3 numbers plugged in and kind of dropped on the right side of the hole. I guess if I switch my ball to a power 5, then we'll probably hit more center. Well, I'm sorry, that's backwards. Let's move on to hole 4. Anyway, drop the Albie. Hole 4. Okay, about this drive, only one ticket or token spent. One thing I learned, so we're in straight headwind. Hit a good drive, and I think no matter the wind, I want to be where I end up right here. We will see why. So if I could end up within the 10 ring circle of where I land on this practice shot, which I don't see why that wouldn't be possible no matter the wind, because here we're playing in a direct headwind. So kind of almost full circle wind, we should be able to put this ball where I put this one. And that's what I'm going to aim. So we got 368, non-linear hole, so we're going to need some sort of check. Here's my second shot. Obviously, Min Grizzly, which is one of my favorite things to rough up. I hit Grizzly more perfect than B52. When it's near Min, I think it's just as accurate. I'll take it all day. So we pushed up. Plenty of room plenty of rough here to play with. I try to use as less side spin as possible. I think we run around 10-12%. That looked like I clicked 11 there. We go 8.2. One thing about this one is the ball guide needs to be going through the hole. I think even in a tailwind, you got to climb up a hill at the front of the green to get it to go into the hole. So go ahead and let it roll up there. There's another drop, and that's first runs on these holes. So here's 6. If you want to hang around to the end of the video, I run 6 and 7 twice. Here there's just different lines to play. 6 is the longest of the par 5s. In straight headwind, it's going to prove to be pretty difficult. But there is, up this right hand side with maybe a power slice or even just full curl, and then Cataclysm. So I don't think Eagle is out of question at any time. But Albatross is going to be tough in a headwind. So we get the tailwind here. I'm using a Luminary. Got enough of them on this account that I don't mind using them for practice. So we catch the edge of the fairway. Again, first look here. And I thought I needed a cat on this one. So here's the second shot. I got the cat. I definitely could have went with a sniper. And I think that it's definitely dialable. So, if we find the right spots in the fairway, looks like I did find a couple of sticky spots. This was after a timeout. I was looking for several different spots, just kind of checking the lay of the land. Ended up going with the Min Cat. Wish I had the sniper on, but ended up going with 5% elevation. I think we hit perfect here. Let's find out. but it's just long. You know, Cat 6. I hardly ever use it in any situation where I want to drop. Once I get to 7, maybe, but whenever I go Cat, I'm looking for a safe eagle. Okay, so here goes 7. But on back to 6, it's definitely dialable, I think. Especially if you can get over to that left fairway. There's a bunch of little sticky landing areas, and going to be some albies there. 7, we're going Send It. This is again after a timeout, kind of looking at the lay of the land first run. So I had already knew in my mind I was going to send it and kind of had a line picked out. So second time we ran this hole, we had a direct headwind, and it wasn't that bad anyway. This hole can probably have a dialed eagle in any wind. So the rough bump was somewhat intentional, and I think you'll see with any kind of tailwind like that, this fairway up here is so narrow that kind of hitting that little rough and then just rolling in the fairway is not a bad way to play this hole. I didn't want. I knew if I hit the fairway, it's probably in that creek up there, and I don't that bunker in the way. I just don't see us send it to the green type situation on this hole. I haven't yet. I'm sure some of the Telegram chats and whatnot will prove me wrong, but this is definitely a dialable shot. So I think kind of doing a driver rough clip in the tailwind when you cut the corner that way, good play. And then if you'll hang around after number 9, I run 6 and 7 again. So we'll check it out with a direct headwind. But dialable, hit great. We'll take it. That can be a drop shot, money shot with obviously hitting perfect. So we skip 8, obviously. Here's 9. Get a tailwind again. Nine, I've only used one practice token on. I used. You'll check out my channel. I've ran pro account 9 holes, and those were just really the very first walkthrough. Kind of just seeing the course. I wasn't trying to dial anything in but that was a good first look, and then here's a good Masters first look. I think we'll be ready for Monday. So hang in here. We chip out to kind of where I think we would be. So this is after the chip out. Chipped out to here. I think if we hit fairway and do what we're supposed to do in that wind, we end up right. So I wanted to see what the Albie shot looked like here. Which in that kind of tailwind, taking it to that fairway is definitely the play. So here we got a Grizzly. Could pull 10 off. Probably wanted to play this at +5, and yeah, I didn't. We're gonna go ahead and adjust 10.4. It actually should have played it probably +15 for some reason or another. But maybe a hot bounce. So that one's gonna take some tweaking for sure. All right, so okay, we're back on 6. Ran 6 again. Yeah, so direct headwind here, and to be honest with you, we're gonna see together how this one went. Looks like I'm setting up for a power slice. But we'll see. Yeah. Okay. And so we're pretty much direct headwind here. Which, okay. Yeah. So direct headwind. This one hits the fairway. We have another power slice coming up, Sniper. This one's long in headwind. As you can see, definitely can get to the green. Probably running a cat. We might do, overpower rough bump and at least put it in front for the safe eagle. Here, I would just have to tweak the spin a little bit and not put any top on it. Barely roll into the back rough. So we'll check this out. But decided to, probably could have got away with full curl here instead of power slice. But I'm fairly comfortable with doing them. So it's a big wide target. So just no top. Tweak it a little bit, but safe eagle. Okay, here's 7 in a direct headwind. This is good to show too. This shows that this hole is not as bad as maybe people are leading on. So it's a power slice in any headwind, I think, because that's gonna give you a chance to jump over this bunker patch and get as far more right than you would normally with even just full curl, and you can give yourself plenty of room to still be able to jump over that bunker and get as far right as you can. So you see here, we'll go 19 rings in headwind. I base my hooks and slices with APOC 7 off 20, then tweak from there based on various different factors. But see, I landed center and then bounced to center, so we're not anywhere close to flipping either way, and we got as far right as we possibly could. It looks like, yeah, we can play like a min sniper here. We get a direct headwind turns into this easterly wind, and this is definitely a dialable shot. Min sniper is not, to me, that tough. I played it plus 15 due to the direct crosswind. It's going to be too much. I even offset left edge of the hole, so I was counting on a lot more secondary wind effect. Therefore, that's why I went plus 15. I don't think it's actually plus 15. So it looked like, plus 10, taking off, adding a little bit to a slider, taking off, those decimals. Definitely a dialable shot. I think, aim at the center and plus 10 is in. So I certainly appreciate you guys joining me. Again, hopefully somebody learned something from this, and if you liked it, hit like. I'll be streaming on Monday and maybe some tour in between now and then. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe and join me next time. Thanks.